shirt we sell for $10, costs about either side here, and what people see when they walk up here. And then we hand paint them too while we're at it. Hand painted ones right now in the year 1983 are going for about $20 to $25. The other guys are charging anywhere up to $45, $45. I charge $20 in my booth, and the whole car show is made up of these little booths. We're going to go over here and take a look at what the customer actually sees when he sees the booth. Okay, gang, now we're at the other side of the booth, and as you can see, we got about 20 designs hanging up there. And the difference between a silkscreen t-shirt and a hand-painted one is that the silkscreen is made by doing it real quick with a squeegee. Like in 3 seconds you got a t-shirt. And the hand-painted ones, the ones that paint on that easel, they take about 30 minutes to paint. And the silkscreen will give you a chance to make like not only one of a kind, and once you get the artwork done, you'll be able to make as many as you want. So a guy in your town's got, let's say, a hardware store. He wants to give out his hardware store t-shirts for a giveaway at Christmas time. You'll be able to make these for him, because I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's get... See the whole booth? Yeah. So see it? Yeah. Perfect. Just keep it right on there. Okay, gang, now we're at the other side of the booth, and as you can see, we got about 20 designs hanging up there. And the difference between a silkscreen t-shirt and a hand-painted one is that the silkscreen is made by doing it real quick with a squeegee. Like in 3 seconds you got a t-shirt. And the hand-painted ones, the ones that paint on that easel, they take about 30 minutes to paint. And the silkscreen will give you a chance to make like not only one of a kind, and once you get the artwork done, you'll be able to make as many as you want. So a guy in your town's got, let's say, a hardware store. He wants to give out his hardware store t-shirts for a giveaway at Christmas time. You'll be able to make these for him, because I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's get to the lumberyard and pick up some 1x2 wood to be able to make these screen frames. I'm going to show you how to screen frame. Hi gang, it's Big Daddy Roth here again, and this tape is going to be about silk screening, and you might say, well, what's silk screening used for? And this is it right here. This is one of my old shirts that I had a number 2 blot on right here. And that's what I'm showing you here, is that this is a silk screen t-shirt, and that's made and with the little thing called a silk screen. We're going to show you today how to do that, so that wherever you are, you can start making shirts in your hometown for the guys at the hardware store or whatever. And for the mostly for the little league teams, they love silkscreen t-shirts. And I'm going to go in the garage and I'm going to get a silkscreen and show you what the finished product looks like. Okay, now this is what they call a silkscreen right here. And actually it's divided into 2 pieces. It's a frame with the silk stuck on it. The silk really isn't even silk anymore nowadays. It's either territol or stencron. It's stretched over this frame here. And then when we put the ink in it right here, we put this on the shirt. And of course you can see the design is already in this silk. It's Pickups Unlimited. And we put this on top of the shirt by taking this squeegee here, which has a little rubber edge to it, and by pushing down real hard on the ink over the shirt, that will force the ink onto the shirt. And you can make as few as 1 or as many as 500 shirts. And to do 500 shirts might take you, oh, let's see, you can do a shirt a second, 500 seconds, 10 hours, something like that. You can do shirts fast, but I don't want to get too far ahead of my story. We're gonna start out with the basics here. I'm gonna go to the lumberyard and get some wood, and I'll come back and I'll show you how to put that frame together so that this is a bucks down operation.
Got a lot of junk in the garage, don't you?
Huh?
sure got a lot of junk in the garage.
All right, now I'm going to show you the typical type of thing that happens when you're trying to deal with these silkscreen guys and these silkscreen companies. Here's a professional frame. It's got the ends cut out. It's got the slot here, and then you put a little glue on this. You put it together, and you make an entire frame out of that. But the thing is, these frame bars right here are $3. So you got 4 frame bars. That's $12 for this frame. So I always try to not use that real high-priced trash, and I go down to the lumber yard. I bought me pieces of really rough 1x2, and those guys at the lumber yard, they don't like to see me coming because they know I'm digging through the trash pile. And what I look for is, I look for a wood that has no knots in it, see? Now here's a little knot right here. That doesn't matter much. And there was a knot here, and the end of the board sort of fell off here. Well, these are used for what they call packaging lumber. These 2 pieces here were 37 cents a piece. That's a far cry from the $3 a bar, because I can make 1 silk screen out of each one of these bars here. So when you're dealing with anything in your place, try and make it as simple as you can. You go down to the lumber yard, or if you have to, you can go down to the woods. If you're near woods, chop you down a tree and cut these things out of it. You might laugh, but I've known guys that, I mean, they just don't want to spend 37 cents. And if you ain't around a lumber yard, that's what you got to do. Okay, gang, it's very seldom you see Big Daddy Roth using a ruler or a T-square or anything of that kind, but sometimes it's necessary for all you meticulous guys out there, because you want to make sure that that bar is long enough so that where you can either get 1 or 2 widths out of a 42-inch piece of silk. So it's either got to be 42 inches wide or 21, and when you cut these lengths 18 and you butt them up together, they're going to be 21. And when you cut these now, make sure they're around 18 inches, unless you have some kind of silk in your neighborhood that's wider. They come in different standard widths. But make sure that you know what your silk screen width is before you attempt to cut the bar of the silk screen. Okay, now since I'm going to make this all 4 sides 18 inches, I'm going to cut 4 of them using this as the sample right here. Now see here, this one here split apart a little bit, but by the time you get through gluing this and all that, putting the corrugated fasteners in, it doesn't make that much difference. So don't be discouraged if there's a big knot hole or something that breaks out, because these don't have to be perfect. So here we have the 4 bars for our 37-cent silk screen frame. See, that's perfect. That's 18 by 21. Because these 1x2s are not always 1x2 from the lumber yard. Also, you notice I didn't miter these corners, because when you miter the corners at a 45-degree